SEO isn't dead. Hi, I'm Rob Anspach from Anspach Media. And a couple years ago, Paul Douglas and I wrote this book called Optimize This: How Two Carpet Cleaners Consistently Beat Web Designers on the Search Engines. Now you might be wondering, why would two carpet cleaners care? Or why would two carpet cleaners even write a book about search engine optimization? And both Paul and I were former carpet cleaners. I had a carpet cleaning business for almost 20 years. Paul had one for a dozen years. And we both stopped doing carpet cleaning because the demand for people wanting to know about SEO was greater than our need to keep cleaning carpet. So we came out with this book. Now, over the last 4 years, SEO has changed. And, the question that people come up to me and they say, well, Rob, is SEO even relevant today? Isn't SEO dead? No, SEO is not dead. In fact, SEO, search engine optimization, is more needed now than ever before. Now, here's the thing, is that people are still spending money haphazardly on pay-per-click. They do it on Google AdWords, they do it on Facebook, and some of it does pay off. But by and large, it's a crapshoot, because studies have shown that at least 30% of the money that you spend on PPC is wasted, it's never accounted for, and nobody knows where it goes. With search engine optimization, if your website is optimized correctly, that means the meta title is correctly written. The meta descriptions contain the information necessary for people to understand what it is that's on that page, and that you have your pictures and videos and everything else indexed the correct way. Google is going to look at your website as a whole and say, wow, you know what? That website is about, could be about your business, could be about, let's just say that it's about podcasting, because I've written a book on podcasting. Now, if you're an expert in podcasting, then it should say something in the meta title about, podcasting expert, about how to be a better podcasting guest. It could even mention the book that you wrote or I wrote. But in most web pages, people forget that it's about the audience. So their website starts off in the browser. It says homepage, or about us, or our services. What does that all mean? It means nothing. It means Google can't rank you because it really doesn't know what you're about. Okay, so you're a podcaster, but your website meta title says home. So now Google is going to look at that and say, well, we're going to categorize you in all the other websites that say home. Well, home is not what you do. Or about us. So everybody that has about us on the meta title, Google's going to look at that and say, that has nothing to do with podcasting or anything that you do. So one of the things that we do here at Anspach Media is we take your website and we make sure that all the meta information is written correctly so that it adjusts for who you are, what you do, and the benefit that you have for your clients. Now, that is just one step. But that one step gets your website ranking a lot higher than your competition who doesn't do that. Another thing that you're going to notice that is starting to really affect how your website ranks is what's called SSL encryption. What that means is that your website should be HTTPS compliant. So in front of your website, if it shows up in the browser and it still says HTTP, then you need to have the SSL certificate attached to your website so that you are now HTTPS. That S means that you are secure. It's telling Google that the information on your website is secure and that you're protecting people's information. Now, why is that a benefit? Well, starting in July, Google is going to start downgrading websites that just say HTTP, and they're going to start warning visitors to those sites that the connection is not private, and that even though it's your site, Google doesn't know that it's not your site. So it's going to say this site may be impersonating your site and your information is not secure. That HTTPS on your website is going to also help rank your website better, higher, because Google's going to say that, hey, you are now securing your website. You care about your website. You care about the information. And so it's going to rank higher. Another thing that you should consider doing is getting into your Google My Business listing and adding to your information. So a lot of companies forget about that Google listing. They forget about, oh my God, I got reviews. People are posting reviews, but how do I access that page? So if you have one of those Google My Business listing pages, make sure that you secure it, get in there, and validate the information that's on there. Update it if you have to. Add services, add posts. I have noticed so many times that when you start adding posts, when you start responding back to the reviews that people list on your Google My Business, or add to the information that's already there, your website, your information starts showing up in the Google 3-pack. And that's very valuable to get traffic to your site. So if you're not in that Google 3-pack, if when people are searching for your business and you don't show up in that Google 3-pack, it's because you haven't updated your Google My Business listing. So those are just some of the examples that I teach my clients here at Anspach Media. If you need help, reach out. We do this day in and day out. AnspachMedia.com. What do I do with it? We actually are going to be updating this book, hopefully by the end of the year. This is the 2014 edition. You can get it on Amazon. You can also get it on our website. But the new version will take into account a lot of the Google My Business. It'll take into account the newer requirements for meta tags, and before the meta tags would be, for the descriptions, could be 160 characters. Now it's 320. So there's a lot more things to tell. So hope you found this helpful. And if you need help with your SEO, give us a holler. Hey, this is Rob Anspach. Enjoy the rest of your day.